Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Thanks for tuning in to check out some music. Today we're going to be checking out my new favourite one-man band who's got on board with the channel. He's made an exclusive submission today as well. I'm going to say to him now, instead of doing it every time you got a video out, do it every other time so we can spin 2 videos in the track. Because I always feel bad when I do an exclusive submission and we've only got 1 track to listen to when we don't kind of fill out at least 10 minutes of the video. So send over 2 next time, that'd be dope. But I really like this guy. I see a load of potential in this guy more than anything. But I'm really surprised by the music that he's making. For the age that he is, he's making really kind of old schooly 90s vibe stuff in there with a modern new metal edge and stuff as well though. But yeah, his influences are obviously some old school bands as well, not the newer stuff that you hear all the time at the moment. The band's called Aviation 8. The latest track is called Resurrected. He's got an official video for it as well. Let's get that on the screen. Give it a spin. Nice dirty guitar sound. Dope. It's kind of southern groove, man. It's mature music. I really like it. Cool. Yeah. Massive solo. Killer. Yeah. This guy, I say it every time now, has got massive potential, and he's actually fulfilling that potential already. He's got better and better every time we've seen him now, and I really think this guy has got a lot. We're going to check this guy out and stick on board with this guy, but over the years we're going to see some greatness out of this guy, and we're already starting to see it, in my opinion. This is a one-man band that's done everything himself, written all of that from scratch, recorded it and mixed it and all the rest of it, and man, it's superb track. I think his writing skills are beyond his years by many, many years. Really, really great. He's got a hook. He's got a groove. He's got different edges coming in there. There's a heaviness. There's a rawness. There's that distorted heaviness. There's a groove and a doom and a sludge in there as well. There's a stoneriness in there. There's a drunken southern drawliness in there as well. Which is again beyond his years, really. And it all comes through, all sounding authentic and right, and moves in the right ways. Really dope. I think he's really onto something here, and he's not making music that other people are making, regardless of their age. We're not getting many bands coming through with this kind of style. I want to mention a band too, this guy actually, and if you like this kind of music as well, you might not have heard of this band, and it's a band you can go off and check out from the past. A band called Kilgore, Kilgore. Go and have a look at that band. They only put out 1 or 2 albums, I think, but their first album was great. And they've got this kind of kind of southern attitude and stuff in their music and stuff as well. I think Aviation 8 will really enjoy that band, and if you like this kind of music as well, you'll enjoy that band as well. And that was an underrated underground band because they didn't put much out, and then they broke up for some reason, although I think they have actually in recent years joined back together to do some gigs and stuff like many bands are at the moment. I think you'll enjoy that band if you like this stuff, but I'm sure Aviation 8 will enjoy that band because it's got that kind of grooviness, it's got the attitude, it's got the stoneriness in there as well, which is all coming through in this music, and I think it will just be a band you'll enjoy listening to. But yeah, one thing I want to mention now going forward, one area that definitely needs improvement, I think everything else just needs to evolve naturally, right? You just need to let that happen as it's happening, keep going as you are. But one thing I think you do need to do some homework on and spend more time on now to raise that to the standard of your songwriting is representing the sound in the mix. There were some things in this mix that I would have liked to have done. One thing I think you need to start looking at is the bass tone. You got a nice, dirty, heavy, low end to the bass tone, which is obviously what you want from bass. But in this music as well, you want some mid crunch and fizzle from the bass as well. So look at the kind of, I don't know, it's like the 1K to 2.5K area. That's where you get a bit of bite from the bass. Look at doing an EQ bump around that area, and maybe even scooping the guitars in that area, just so you know they don't cancel each other out, and you'll get a nice bit of grizzle and dirt and grrr coming through from the bass as well, and that will just sound really nice. It'll be another layer of sound to listen to within your music. And I did feel like the cymbals had some compression issues or something on them, where they were kind of going, and I've got sound deadening on this mic, so it probably doesn't sound right anyway, but you know, it's kind of getting squashed out. It's cymbaled and then it's getting squashed down by the compressor. Just look at having a softer compression on the cymbals, just so you're not getting that clutching down and that clamping down on the cymbals in that way, because you want them to just wash out in the high end and they don't need to be clamped down on. So things like that, you know, just upping your game within the mix and your mixing skills is really now where your music's going to start to make big leaps and improvements, because your songwriting is already super great, and you want to be able to represent that song, you know, with the best sound as well. So look, you know, just look at YouTube videos and things like that. There's a million resources out there now for mixing and mastering, and just, you know, the things that you think you need to improve on. Look at specific videos for those things as well, like compression. I mean, it took me about 3 years to get my head around compression even. I didn't understand it. I didn't understand what the the dials were doing, you know, like what was the threshold doing, what was the ratio doing. It just didn't make sense. And then one day it just clicked and made sense for me, and from that on, you know, I've been able to use it properly. But compression is one of those things that you can be hard to get your head around, you know. Sometimes you can't figure it out, and then it just seems to make sense one day. You're just like, oh, that's how it works. So there you go. I really enjoyed this guy, but next time wait till you got a couple of tracks out so I can talk a bit more about music. How long have we got on now? 10 minutes. I've said that now, actually, in the last couple of videos. Send over a couple of tracks, because I want to fill out the video to 10 minutes, and then I end up just yabbering on and filling out the video easily to 10 minutes or 11 minutes anyway. So do what you like, send it over whenever you like. I'll end up talking about it one way or the other anyway. Hope you're having a good day today, guys. That's it from me. If you want to get on the channel, let me talk about your band for far too long as well, head over to the website and skip the queue and all that jazz as well, especially if you're in a one-man band, because we need some more one-man bands getting on board with the channel. Aviation 8 was the latest one, but we need some more, because I always like those guys coming through the door, because they're my favorite guys to check out. Hope you have a good one, guys. See you later. Bye.